Hello all and welcome, and I am the mgtowphilosopher. And in this video I'd like to talk about how YouTube is attacking certain channels through demonetization, including mine, and the little tricks that they use to try and make you produce content that they approve of. Now first off, let me just say that about a week ago I came onto my channel, and on a whim I checked my video manager to see what was just thought to myself, well, let's check out my monetization. And I was shocked to see that almost every video, I would say 95, 97% were demonetized. I went through every single page and I found that by and large, everything was a little yellow circle. Yes. Now you'll notice right here in the upper right-hand corner, you'll notice to the right of the video, there's a little yellow circle with a dollar sign through it. That is your monetization symbol. Now look at this. Look at this, page 2. Look at all these yellows. There's almost no monetization. In fact, page 2 is zero monetization. Nothing is monetized. And look at this. Review requested, review requested, review requested, review requested, review requested. And this was a week ago. And YouTube is supposed to, review these quickly. Of course, they don't say how quickly, but you don't think you're going to have to wait a week. That's absurd. Now, check this out. So I've already requested a review of this content. Already been done. Limited or no ads due to content identified as not suitable for most advertisers. Now, first off, here's a little way that they basically try to demonetize your videos. So, see this right here? Right now, we are only able to review videos with at least 1,000 views in the past 7 days. So what they'll do is they'll demonetize all your old videos. And they'll bank on you not going back through your video library and looking at your old videos. And these are older videos of mine, so they're not getting a lot of views, but they do get views. But they demonetize it. And if they wait long enough to demonetize your old stuff, the videos are not going to be getting 1,000 views every 7 days. So if for your old content, if they don't demonetize it right away, they wait until it's old, then they can demonetize your entire library. And if you're a small channel like mine, or even a lot of channels that aren't so small, their older content is not going to be getting a lot of views. They can essentially demonetize your entire library. And since none of those older videos are going to be getting 1,000 views in a 7-day period, they might get them in a month period or 2-week period or something because they're older videos. Then they don't have to look at those videos and review them. Now, what I'm going to tell you, I find very disturbing, but I guess this is happening to a lot of people. I listened to some other larger channels, and they had the same thing happen. My YouTube channel, so obviously you say to yourself, well, geez, all your videos, what's going on? Well, it turns out that my channel is now on a de facto demonetization. And I went through my old video library and I said, shit, everything's demonetized, so I requested a review of everything. Of course, since they're all old videos that don't get very many views anymore, 0 of these videos are going to get monetization. Look at this. Look at this. Everything is a yellow circle. Limited or no ads. That's insanity. Talk about, and this in my mind is censorship, because no, they're not stopping your video from playing, but they are making it impossible to make money on it unless you create videos that meet certain criteria that they pre-approve of. And some of these videos, I mean, okay, I looked at some of the guidelines, cursing and all that, and I was like, well, geez, I mean, they do have parental control. They do have, like, limited mode or something where if somebody is, like, already my videos would be blocked if you ran it in that mode, restricted mode. So I said to myself, well, geez, these are adults, right? I think people who curse also buy products. So what's the big deal? But then a lot of these videos I don't curse in, but they still block them anyway. So it's pretty obvious that YouTube is essentially banning content or trying to influence creators to not produce content that doesn't fit a certain ideology, a certain bent that they approve of. Look at this. Everything except one is agreeing. I mean, holy crap. How? Now, I know that my content has been labeled by some to be salty, but more than 200 videos automatically demonetized. So now, of course, I'm checking my video manager every day. But even then, that's not good enough because YouTube is also dragging their feet when it comes to reviewing videos. For example, this video right here, 11 Reasons Women Shouldn't Get Married. I requested a review on this thing the moment it got, the moment it got demonetized. And, it's been, what, 2 days now? Hasn't been monetized. But it hasn't been reviewed. And my latest video at the top here, I requested a review immediately. It's been 15, 16 hours since I released it. Again, it hasn't been reviewed. And that is the case for all the videos on this page that I requested a review on that are essentially totally demonetized. Now that's disturbing. I mean, what's going on here? What's the issue with YouTube? So YouTube, there's more going on here than just simple, demonetization in line with what they feel that their advertisers want. No. They're not only that's just BS. Okay, they're also not monetizing videos. They're also not reviewing videos. Okay, and they've got this 1,000. This is very interesting. So, for example, my MGTOW hater comment series. I don't know why I'm still making it because it's not very popular. It doesn't get tons of views, but I enjoy it. Now, it's only at 831 views, even though it's been up for 3 days. That's terrible, right? Yeah, it's not very good. But I do it anyway because I think it's fun. It'll eventually get, a couple thousand views, but it'll take a while. That's fine. But it's not going to get 1,000 in 7 days. So, no, you can't even request a review. Only videos that get 1,000 in 7 days, but they don't review them. And by the time they get around to reviewing the video, it's not getting 1,000 in 7 days anymore because already it's been 3 days, 4 days. Some of these have been a week ago that I requested a review, and I still haven't gotten a review of the video. So it's ridiculous. I mean, YouTube isn't really following their own standards as far as reviewing videos. They're supposed to, okay, I haven't read anywhere how long they're supposed to, within what time period they were supposed to review videos, but I have to imagine it's not supposed to be a week, okay? I mean, why would you even post videos if you're first going to be automatically demonetized and then you request a review and it's getting 1,000 views at that time within a 7-day period, but they don't check it for a week, 2 weeks, and by then, it's not getting 1,000 views every 7 days anymore, so they either don't review it, or if it's still getting enough views, they just ignore it until it's not, and then they don't have to review it, so they've demonetized you regardless. So they don't like your channel. They've de facto demonetized. It doesn't even matter what I post. I could post a video about Bambi and a movie review of Bambi, and it would automatically be demonetized. And I've done some experiments, and every single video, right when I hit the publish, it's automatically demonetized. There's no span of time between when I post it and any period of time for it to play or be reviewed or looked at. It's just boom. It's a yellow circle. Now, this is really Google. I mean, this is really YouTube. I think YouTube and Google shooting themselves in the foot, because this is really going to, demotivate people to produce content. I think because, where's the, a lot of people, rely. Not me. I mean, this motivate. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's going to demotivate people. I mean. Even I'm motivated even by, of course, everybody's motivated by monetization, of course. It's just it's a way to censor people because you're trying to control what they post by controlling whether or not they get ad revenue for their videos. And that's just BS. I mean, they've created a clever little way here to demonetize somebody, and they never have to review their videos. They just wait. Just drag their feet. Oh, okay, he's just posted a new video. We'll just wait a week to review it until it's not getting enough views for us to even have to review. Or until it's not getting, I mean, what? What? That's so dishonest. This is what I'm talking about with leftists. And clearly, YouTube is just people with leftists. They essentially want to control all the content people post. I think it's really very sad because they're not even honest about their own system. I mean, waiting a week and more to review videos, demonetizing somebody's entire video library and using some really weird, arbitrary, must get a now, what does that even exist for? Why do you even, I mean, I guess they would essentially justify it by saying, oh, well, if we checked every single video that had less than 1,000 views in a 7-day period, we just don't have the manpower to do that. Well, first of all, why are you demonetizing videos that are getting so few views in the first place? I mean, it's not like these videos are some kind of huge threat to the American people or the world stage. I mean, why are you even doing that? Huh? And I don't get that. I mean, I can understand you saying you don't have enough manpower to review these videos. Well, then why demonetize them? I mean, if they're getting so few views, why is it some kind of priority to you? And I'll tell you why. Because some people have large video libraries, and while those individual videos aren't getting many views, not enough to qualify for the little 1,000 in the past 7 days BS, combinatively, all those videos can create a lot of revenue for that person. And with this 1,000 views in the past 7 days BS, they can wield a huge cudgel over the head of any content creator. And this is very dangerous because Google and YouTube are so huge now that they can control a lot of content creators who create content that they don't like through this kind of method. And I find this very disturbing, very disturbing. So even with your content that does get enough views, they just won't review it. They'll just won't review it and wait until it's not getting enough views anymore. And then, of course, they don't have to review it. So YouTube, Google, very dishonest. I don't know why they create these guidelines. They just don't even follow them. I mean, I guess if you're talking technically, I guess they do. Because they didn't say when I checked the monetization within what time period they're required to check. So really, they've created this sort of scenario where they don't have to monetize anything because they can just wait, and drag their feet. And by the way, you lose a lot of ad revenue if you're talking about every single video because the first 1,000 views, well, that's ad revenue. So that first 1,000... you don't even get credit for that as far as ad revenue. And, again, when they drag their feet, if they've waited a week on some of my newer videos, and they haven't even reviewed them, even though those videos fit within the 1,000 views in a 7-day guideline that they established. But they still refuse to review them. So they've created this very, what I think, dishonorable scenario where you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. You create a video that fits their guidelines, isn't too, quote-unquote, salty. They just won't review it. And then they demonetize your entire library, and all your old videos, they're so old, they're not getting enough views anymore to even qualify to be reviewed. And they refuse to review your new material so that you've already gotten most of your views before they get around to reviewing it. And that's why I created my Patreon account, of course, but that's not getting very many donations anymore. And I'm hoping you guys out there, those of you who appreciate my channel, will check out my Patreon and make a donation. So, I'll continue to make content here on YouTube because, I love making content. I love posting on YouTube. But, good Lord, they've demonetized all my videos and imposed the de facto demonetization policy. So, that makes it, it certainly takes away some of the motivation to create videos. And while I like creating videos, again, got to remind you guys that it is work. And eventually, I think everybody is going to say, well, not a communist, so I'm getting, and they've demonetized me. And that's also another way. They want to encourage people to leave their platform. And I don't get it. I really don't understand it. I mean, but, again, they're ideologues, so, and that are working for Google. They've got a monopoly. I guess they figure, I don't care. We're a monopoly. There's no other a platform that is getting any real views, and they're stealing our business. We don't have any competition, so we can just do whatever the hell we want. I mean, you might get away with that now, but it's not going to last. I mean, they already have people suing them left and right, and eventually some people are going to win their lawsuits, and then sanctions are going to be brought down on Google and YouTube by the government. And then other platforms are going to begin to get more and more viewers, and they're really going to create their own competition by limiting free speech. And I know they're supposedly a quote-unquote private company, which I think is BS because they're a monopoly for one, and two, they're a publicly traded company, which in my mind makes them a public company. They're owned, the majority of shares, by the public. So don't give me this crap that they're some kind of private company when it's publicly owned and traded. I think there could be an argument made for them not being a private company, especially for the fact that they're a monopoly. But anyway, yeah, so they're demonetizing everything. So those of you out there enjoy my channel, you can check out the description. I also always have a comment pinned in the comment section that has my Patreon. So if you feel so inclined, visit my Patreon, make a small donation. You can donate as much as $1. I mean, as little as $1, or as much as, well, whatever you feel like. I have both a monthly, like a subscription type thing with Patreon, and I also have a per creation Patreon. So that's up to you, because I don't think this is going to stop. This is just, of course not. They've set my videos on a de facto demonetization policy, and they're not even reviewing them anymore. They're not even reviewing them anymore. They're just not even bothering. I'm sure with the content that they approve of, there's no de facto demonetization, and those people say whatever they want. And I've looked at some of these people's pages. Hell, they have friggin' videos where kids are being showed how to use dildos and vibrators that get monetization. I mean, it's crazy what kind of really despicable crap that YouTube will allow on its channel, so long as that content fits into their ideological main, as long as it's got an ideological message that they approve of. I mean, that's really sick and disgusting to me, YouTube and Google. You guys should be ashamed of yourself for this kind of manipulation. And again, you say you're a private company, so you can do whatever the hell you want. Well, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do it. And shame on you, YouTube. Shame on Google. You're not kind of despicable. You are despicable. So if you're inclined and you like to support my channel, check out my Patreon. Very easy to make a donation. So like, subscribe, and that's it. I'm the MGTOW Philosopher. I wish you guys a good day. Take care.